I'm sure by now all of you are aware that Woodmo are the online expert when it comes to spare parts, and the best point is that they have the spare parts for all vehicles available in India. So even if your car is out of production now, maybe you have a large generation model, even then they have the spare part available, they have the entire catalog, and the best point is that they have the same spare part from a host of different component makers, which gives you great flexibility in the pricing overall. So check them out today, check out the app, it's available both for iOS as well as Android devices, and also check out the website for the latest schemes as well as offers.
And today we have a rather interesting car in front of us. This is the Tata Nexon 2022 and you might be able to recognize its variant. This is the Base XE variant. So today we'll be talking about this car in depth, about all its features, space, comfort, etc. So do stay tuned till the end of the video, and in case you have any queries, you can always ask us in the comment section below. So allow me to begin with the keys first of all. So this is the kind of key fob you get with this particular variant. So there's nothing very fancy over here, it's quite bare and basic. You don't get any kind of remote central locking on this XE variant, so you have to do with this simple key fob unless you go on to upgrade to a remote central locking. So coming to the frontal fascia first, there are a lot of standard features in the Tata Nexon which makes this vehicle a very comprehensive and attractive package. So we'll be talking about that in detail. So let me begin with the headlamp setup over here. So you get LED daytime running lamp standard across all variants. So this is a tri-arrow pattern which you will be noticing across many parts in the car, and this is the halogen based projector headlamp setup. Moving down below, we don't get any kind of fog lamp setup in this particular variant, so you can definitely get it accessorized and get it installed aftermarket or from Tata Motors itself. The indicator, however, is again halogen based, and I think that is quite acceptable considering the price tag of this vehicle. Now coming to the price tag, this car costs somewhere around 8.7 lakh rupees on road in Gurgaon. You can check the description box below in case you want to have a look at the detailed price breakup. Moving to the side profile. So this is one aspect which might be a bummer for some kind of buyers, because you get silver colored steel rims over here. There are no wheel caps as such offered, but you definitely get half wheel caps. The exact tire profile is 195/60 R16. So this is again a good thing, I guess, because 16-inch wheels have been offered from the base variant itself. You get a disc brake unit in the front, but in the rear you have a drum brake unit. Now the ground clearance is about 209 mm, which is a very good number considering the Indian road conditions. You get plastic cladding that runs across the car. This is also definitely a touch that gives a very rugged feel to the vehicle. The ORVMs are manually adjustable. You cannot fold them or adjust them electrically, but you definitely have the LED indicator strip over here. The car is about 3993 mm in terms of length. Now coming to the rear fascia, the tail lamps of the Tata Nexon base variant are definitely a very big highlight, and that is solely because you get a tri-arrow element over here which is LED based standard again from the base variant. You get the same tail lamp setup in the top of the line variants also. Halogen based indicators as well as a halogen based reverse lamp have been placed over here. If we move to the lower part of the bumper, you get two parking sensors only, so definitely a tad bit of cost cutting done on that part. You don't get any kind of a rear wiper or integrated defogger, but definitely this is the high mounted brake stop lamp. Now in order to access the boot space, you'll have to use the key only, or else the other option happens to be the conventional method from the driver's seat. So this opens up to a 350 litre boot space, which is actually quite practical because the loading lip isn't as high as some of the other vehicles being offered in this segment, and you definitely don't get a parcel tray which can be installed easily from Tata Motors itself. The seats are foldable, but these are bench folding seats, so you have to pull the toggles from either sides and you can increase the boot space to a very large extent. Moving inside the car now, the door opens quite wide, so there is no issue in terms of that. So ingress and egressing from the car is extremely easy. The door pad as compared to the higher variants will look quite bare and basic because there are no fabric or soft touch elements offered over here whatsoever. The door handle isn't painted either, and you only get front power windows on this particular variant. However, a very nice touch is an umbrella holder which has been placed over here, and even in terms of overall practicality in cubbyhole spaces, Tata Motors has done a pretty good job. The seats are not height adjustable, but you get the conventional adjustment functions like you have been getting in other vehicles. There is a small dead pedal placed. Let's sit inside the car now and talk about the kind of features the interiors of this car get in detail. So guys, here we are in the interiors of the Nexon XE variant. So let me first begin with the kind of safety features this particular variant offers, because Tata Nexon is known for its safety mainly, and along with its comfort and space aspects, but its 5-star safety rating, which all of you might be aware of by now, definitely, and the standard set of safety features that this variant gets is a very attractive feature. So you get 2 airbags, ABS with EBD as standard across all variants. Definitely you also get hill hold along with electronic traction control, electronic stability program, as well as rollover mitigation and brake disc wiping. So these are all safety features across all variants. And one thing to note over here is that the traction control and electronic stability program, etc., are all automatically controlled by the ECU of the vehicle, so you don't have any kind of physical buttons to turn on and off them. So yes, this is something which you should definitely note. So let me begin with the steering wheel itself. You get a flat bottom steering wheel on this basic variant also. However, there are no steering mounted audio controls. Steering mounted audio controls will be offered from the XMS variant, which is one of the Tata Nexon's most value for money trims also. This is a tilt adjustable steering wheel. On the left you get controls for your wipers, and on the right you get conventional controls for your headlamps. The headlamp leveling button has been integrated in this toggle itself, so this is definitely a very neat touch. The instrument cluster is also again standard across all variants, but in the higher variants you definitely get the display for tire pressure monitoring system, etc. You get a tachometer on the left and a fuel gauge on the right. You can toggle through instant fuel economy, etc., using the toggles which have been offered over here. If you use the left toggle, you can reset the date, time, etc., and while if you use the right one, you can toggle between the various display of information. If we come to the center console, now you don't get a lot of bells and whistles over here. There is no infotainment system offered on the XE trim, so you'll have to get it installed aftermarket in case you need it. And Tata Motors also installs Android systems, so you can also get it done in-house from them. This is the hazard lamp button. You get a manual climate control unit, so the toggle quality, the button quality is also quite decent, but there is definitely some scope of improvement. These are the controls for your air conditioning unit, and you get a 6-speed manual gearbox. And I've already shown you the 2 parking sensors that you get. There is no reverse parking camera, obviously, that goes without saying on this particular trim. You get your city, eco and sport modes from the base variant itself, which is again a very appreciated feature. You don't get any armrest, but instead of that you get a lot of cubby holes. You can keep your wallet and other small knickknacks pretty easily, and in fact they have done a very good job in terms of allocating storage spaces. If you don't put any infotainment system on this vehicle, you can definitely use this space to store some of your stuff. The glove box is one of the main highlights again of the Tata Nexon in terms of storage and practicality, because you get a very deep glove box. You get twin cup holders over here, you get a visiting card holder, document holder, etc. So you get specialized allocated places which keeps your things quite intact. You don't get any manually adjustable IRVM either, so you can't adjust it for day and night even using the manual toggle. So this is a very big miss, I'd say, at this price point. You get an LED based reading lamp, a sunglass holder, vanity mirror for the passenger, and a ticket holder for the driver. In terms of overall seat comfort, etc., Tata Motors has done a very good job in terms of overall cushioning. You don't get any speakers on this vehicle for obvious reasons, because there is no infotainment system. In case you want to have a look at the on-road price, you can check out the description box always. Let us move to the rear end of the car and let me show you the kind of amenities that you get on the rear seats for the rear passengers. So the door pad here is also quite bare and basic. You don't get any kind of fancy bells and whistles. You definitely get your outlets for speakers and tweeters, which you can get installed aftermarket. This is the painted interior door handle. You get a small, very minute cubby hole space, and you get your bottle holders and magazine holders over here. Now one feature that you miss on this variant are rear power windows, and you get this manual toggle instead of that, which is not of very good quality. You can definitely fold these seats, you get integrated headrests, and in terms of overall space and comfort, this is one of the best vehicles after XUV 300 in terms of overall rear seat comfort. So you can definitely vouch on that on this point. The under-tire support is also very well allocated. You don't get any rear AC vents on this variant, instead you get a cubby hole space. So this was all about the rear seating space of the Tata Nexon. In case you have any queries, you can always check out our detailed videos on the kind of comfort that this car offers. We have done detailed extensive comparisons with other rivals as well. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. In case you like the video, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and also turn the bell icon so that you get all the notifications of our videos from time to time. Thank you so much for watching this video.